cut that I was proud to sign into law in 2022. Today, as a result of those same principles and this same partnership, we're able to announce two investments that will directly impact all parts of our state. The first one is a one-time retention pay supplement for eligible full-time permanent state employees of $1,000 each. Given how hard these men and women have worked to serve Georgians during the pandemic, to help keep our communities safe and to make state government more streamlined and efficient, this seems wholly appropriate to me. As part of that effort to make state government more responsive and effective, we have heard from our agency heads about the need to retain those with valuable skills and knowledge. This one-time end-of-year retention payment will help us do just that. I'm proud to say this payment will also include our K-12 educators who are now paid at or near the highest level in the entire Southeast as a result of pay raises we've implemented over the past 5 years. The second investment we'll make is an additional $103.9 million in the FY 2025 budget for ongoing school security funding. This will net out to $45,000 additional dollars for every public school in the state to use on personnel or for infrastructure improvements that strengthen campus security. As you recall, we previously authorized 2 school safety grants that went to every district in the state. Between the first grant in 2019 and the one we announced earlier this year, we have committed $184 million directly to school safety. And that does not include the additional funds provided through agencies like the Criminal Justice Coordinating Council, the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, and other designed to improve classroom safety. What makes this latest action unique is that it will be part of the base budget every year, so schools can plan accordingly, knowing this money is headed their way for this express purpose. These two actions we're announcing are direct investments in our state's human capital and our classrooms. They are demonstrations of where our priorities are. And as I've said, they're only possible because we made the hard but right decisions when it came to our budgets, both during and after the pandemic. We're able to make these investments today because we made sure the state's economy was on sound footing, because we didn't grow government, but instead made it more efficient, and because we did not commit one-time money to long-term liabilities. So I want to thank the leaders next to me, along with the members of the General Assembly, for their work and partnership. I also want to thank Director Rick Dunn and the team at the Office of Planning and Budget that have put a whole lot of time and effort into these actions and helped to make this possible. It's going to be a good Christmas and a new year here in Georgia. And there's more good news coming in the weeks and months ahead, so stay tuned. With that, I want to turn it over to Speaker of the House, the Honorable John Burns. Speaker.
It's a good morning to be a Georgian, I can tell you that. Just a good Monday morning. It's good to be here with Governor Kemp, First Lady, and my First Lady, Dale, and the last child, but the first child today, Amy Porter. So it's good to see you, Amy Porter. And it's good to be with this governor and announce these significant investments to improve the lives of Georgians across our entire state. You know, over the last few years, we've made tremendous strides in both education and workforce development in Georgia. And today's announcement just builds on both of those areas. First, I'll let you know I'm proud to fully support Governor Kemp's proposal to provide our state employees with this additional $1,000 in supplemental pay this year. This additional pay also builds on the $2,000 across the board pay raise we passed last year for our state employees. Our state employees here in Georgia are really the team behind the team that delivers critical services to our state's citizens. Many times, as we all know, they do thankless work to ensure Georgians can get access to their benefits, obtain a business license, explore health care options, or even visit one of our tremendous state parks. So you know it's important that we show them they are valued, particularly around the holiday season, and this is a great way to do just that. Next, when it comes to the work we do at the state level, there's nothing more important than protecting our children and keeping them safe. We want every child in our state to have the opportunity to learn, grow, and explore in a safe and secure environment. We want our parents and teachers to wake up every day and have peace of mind that is happening to them to go to work or that is safe for them to go to work or drop their kids off at school. That's why I'm additionally proud to join Governor Kemp in providing every public school, as he said, in Georgia with an additional $45,000 per building in their system to hire public safety school officers and strengthen our campus security. This will give every school in our state, from Bainbridge to Blue Ridge, the funding to secure their buildings and keep students safe and give parents and teachers the utmost peace of mind. Over the past few years, we've made significant investments in our K-12 education system, from $7,000 in pay raises for our teachers to expanding early literacy initiatives. This additional funding to keep our students safe is just the latest effort to create a world-class education system that equips our children with the tools they need to succeed in a modern world. Our education system is the foundation of our state's success. We can't talk about job creation, economic development, workforce, and talent issues without making educational success our focus. The House, my colleagues, and certainly those in the Senate, will make it a priority as we work towards working with the governor and, of course, the Senate and the Lieutenant Governor doing just that. Thank you all for being here. I wish you all a safe and enjoyable, joyous Christmas. Governor, that's what I got.
Thanks, Speaker. Great job. All right, we'll open it up for a couple of questions. Jeff. Well, as you know, we'll make sure that they're going to do that. They have a great track record of doing that. I think if you look at the way we approached this issue when we first did it in 2019 and then last year, I mean, we gave the schools a lot of latitude and local control so that look, they know the schools better than we do in their back home in their districts. And I'm very comfortable with the work that they've done, and it's all been different depending on the school, depending on the neighborhood, and it's been different even within some systems in some schools. So we'll have stipulations in there for that. But look, we're also trusting them to do the right thing. I mean, they're governed by the local school board, their parents are involved, the superintendent's working with the principals, and so far they got a great track record of spending our money wisely, and we've had checks and balances on that, and I'm sure that'll be part of what we're working through during the session. Yeah. Well, first of all, I haven't seen, other than the news stories, the Lieutenant Governor's proposals. There's all kind of proposals that will be coming forward during session, and so we'll look forward to, looking at those. But this is basically us working through, and the Lieutenant Governor's supportive of this $45,000 number was really a number where if the schools want to hire a school resource officer, this funding should be able to take care of that. And that's what it was designed for, really, so we could have a school resource officer in every school, if that's what the locals do. I think especially when it comes to school security, local control is extremely important, because there may be some schools that they could better spend their money on something besides personnel. It may be hardening the school, it may be cameras, it may be some sort of system or what have you. So we're trusting the schools to do that. The key is that this is going to be in the base funding. There is a law that was passed in 2014, the Safe Carry Protection Act, that gives districts the ability to arm personnel in the schools right now. So that's been on the books for a long time in Georgia, and we're not having to pay anybody to do that. No, per law, members of the General Assembly, constitutional officers, our judges will not get it, just be their support staff. Director Dunn can give you any more follow-up on that because they've looked at all that. Arch? Well, this will be more toward the school safety side of things. Now, we have put money in the budget for mental health counselors, and we're continuing to look at that issue. Well, listen, all we're doing is giving more resources to our schools for school security. I'm not going to try to speculate on some sort of situation that's going to be out there. I mean, this is an issue that literally you have to fight every single day, just like we do with our state law enforcement. That is why the individuals behind me and those that aren't here today decided this year it is time to put something in the base budget dealing with school security. I mean, this has never been in the base budget before. This is now going to be part of permanent K through 12 school funding. So this is, a landmark thing that we're doing, and we're trusting our educators and our leaders that are elected at the local level to use this money in the right way to protect our teachers and our kids and anybody else that's in the school. And I'm confident they will do that. But look, this is something that you have to, it's something you worry about every day if you're in law enforcement, or if you're the principal, if you're one of the teachers, or if you're a parent.